My name is Ravi and welcome to my new channel Forest Biology. So today we'll be starting with the enhanced one-shot series for KCET, NEET and boards. So the first chapter which we are going to deal with is the living world. So the living world. The first topic in the living world chapter is the characteristics of living organisms. There are mainly 5 characteristics of living organisms, that is growth, reproduction, metabolism, consciousness and cellular organization. The defining feature of living organisms is only the metabolism, consciousness and cellular organization and not the growth and reproduction. Why? Why is it so? Growth. Even the living organisms grow and even the non-living organisms grow. How do the non-living organisms grow? For example, if we take a mountain and if the dust accumulates on it, it is also a type of growth. Hence, this is not the defining feature of living organisms. Reproduction. In non-living living organisms like infertile human couples, sterile worker bees or mule, they are not able to reproduce. But does it mean that they are not living? They are living but they are not able to reproduce. So this is also not the defining property of living organism. Next, metabolism. Metabolism is the sum total chemical reactions which is occurring in our body. So this is the defining feature of living organism. Next, consciousness. Consciousness is also a defining feature of living organism and only humans exhibit self-consciousness. That means when you touch a hot object, you remove your finger immediately. That means you are conscious. So the consciousness is also a defining feature of living organism. Next, cellular organization. In cellular organization also, the cells which are made up in our body are also a defining a property of living organisms. Now coming to the diversity in living world. The number of species that are known is between 1.7 to 1.8 million. This is a very important number which we have to remember, and it may be asked in KCET or NEET as an MCQ, which will fetch you almost 4 marks in NEET. Next, this number refers to number and types of organisms present on the earth or the biodiversity. This is the number which refers to the number and types of organisms present on the earth. Next, coming to the taxonomy. The practice of identifying, classification, characterization and naming them is called taxonomy. Now, binomial nomenclature. This nomenclature means we are naming an organism. How do we name organism or a plant? This was given by Carolus Linnaeus. Each name has 2 components, generic name and specific epithet. Now, we have different rules of binomial nomenclature and this is very important for NEET and KCET, and even for boards they will ask you this. Biological names are generally in Latin but written in italics. This is the first rule. And the second rule is the first word will consist of genus and the second word consists of species. Both the words when handwritten are separately underlined. And the genus starts with capital letter and the species start with small letter. This is an example which is written here. So you can see this is genus. The first word is genus. Second word is species. Now biological names are generally written in Latin but written in italics. Both the words when handwritten are separately underlined like this. And the genus starts with the capital letter and the species starts with the small letter. And this Lin is the scientist's name which can be written in front of the species. Now moving on to the systematics. Systematic arrangement of organisms is called systematics and it also takes into account of evolutionary relationships between organisms. Linnaeus used Systema Naturae as the title of its publication. You have to remember this. Linnaeus, he used Systema Naturae as the title of his publication. Now moving to the taxonomic categories. All categories constitute taxonomic hierarchy. So all categories constitute taxonomic hierarchy. So here we saw what are the taxonomic categories and we'll see one by one what are the taxonomic categories. So before that, I'll just tell you an easy trick to remember the order of this, like species, genus, family, order, class. Then you get division or phylum and kingdom. So you know species, genus, family, order, class, division or phylum and kingdom. So the trick is she gets full of calorie due to pakoda and kheer. She means species, gets genus, full family, of order, calorie, class, due means division, pagoda means phylum, and kingdom means king. So this is a short trick to remember the order of the taxonomic categories. So now each category, rank or unit of classification is called a taxon. Each category is called a taxon. Now moving on to the first one, that is species. Group of individual organisms with fundamental similarities is called species. We have examples like Magnifera indica, which we have seen here only. Magnifera indica means the second word is the species. Cantara leo. In this, leo is the species. Solanum tuberosum. This is potato, and this tuberosum is also, this is the species word. Now genus. What is genus? It is a group of related species which has more characteristics in common compared to the species. So, it has more characteristics in common compared to the species. Here, where do we find genus? In this example only we can find. Where, like I had shown you here, Magnifera, Panthera, Solanum are the genus. Okay. Next, moving on to the family. Group of related genera with still less similarities as compared to genus and species is called family. In the family, there are characterized on the basis of both vegetative and reproductive structures of plants. They are characterized based on both vegetative and reproductive structures. So, for example, Solanum, Petunia, Datura are of the family Solanaceae. Felis, that is nothing but cats, is of the family Felidae family. Okay. Now, moving on to the order. Identified based on aggregates of characters. Similarly, characters are less in compared to family. The characters, as you know, it goes on decreasing. Similarly, characters are less in compared to family, and this is based on the aggregates of characters. It is based on aggregates of various characters. For example, Convolvulaceae, Solanaceae belongs to the order Polymoniales, based on the floral characters. This is one of the characters with which they have characterized. Next, Felidae, that means this cat's family. Canidae belongs to the Carnivora order. Now, class. This includes related orders. It includes related orders. For example, order Primata, order Carnivora. Both of them belongs to the class Mammalia. So both of them belongs to the same class Mammalia. So different orders combined to be a class. Now let us start with the phylum. Classes comprising animals like fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds along with mammals constitute the next higher category, that is nothing but the phylum. All these based on common features like presence of notochord, dorsal hollow neural system belongs to the phylum Chordata. The phylum name is Chordata, which you will be learning in the animal kingdom. In case of plants, this phylum is called division, which I had taught you as a shortcut last time. Division or phylum. Division is in case of plants and phylum is in case of animals. Now moving to the kingdom. All animals belonging to various phyla. All animals belonging to various phyla constitute under kingdom Animalia, which we will be learning in the next chapter. All plants is kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. Next, these blue colored are very important. As we go higher from species to kingdom, number of common character decreases. So as we go from species to kingdom, that is that one, the number of common character decreases. Lower the taxa, more are the characteristics that member within a taxa share. Higher the category, greater is the difficulty of determining the relationship to other taxa at the same level. So if the category is higher, it is greater difficulty. Greater is the difficulty of determining the relationship to other taxa at the same level. Now, let us see few of them which are written here. Others you can just go through the textbook, the table which is there, which is very important. Mango is a dicot, MD. Mango, dicot. Wheat is a monocot, WM. And this housefly belongs to the family Muscaceae. This is very important. It was asked in the NEET 2021. Now, coming to the family, the suffix comes as DAE and CEA. DA and Ca. Order ales. Order suffixes ales. So this is very important here. The next topic of this chapter and the last topic is the taxonomical aids. There are various taxonomical aids in which we will be studying one by one. First one is the herbarium. Herbarium is a storehouse of collected plant specimens that are dried, pressed and preserved on sheets. This is very important line. These are the dried, pressed and preserved on sheets. It carries a label providing information about date and place, English, local and botanical names, family, collectors' names. These and all are present in the label of the herbarium sheet. And this is also a quick reference system. So the blue one is very important. The next one is the botanical garden. It is the collection of living plants for reference. There are various botanical gardens. It is present in Kew, England. The Indian Botanical Garden is present in Howrah, that is in India, Kolkata. National Botanical Research Institute is present in Lucknow, that is also present in India. Now, moving on to the third one, it is museum. Preserved plant and animals specimens for reference. It consists of preserved plants and animals for specimens for reference. Specimens are preserved in jars in preservative solutions. It can also be stored as dry specimens also. And insects are preserved in insect boxes after collecting, killing and pinning. This is also important. The three steps are collecting, killing and pinning. And the larger animals are usually stuffed. The larger animals are usually stuffed, and a museum you can see almost in all the schools and colleges, they will have museum at any cost almost. Next, the fourth one is the zoological park. It place where wild animals are kept in protected environments under human care. It is also called as zoo. Okay. The fifth one is key. This is the most important one. Taxonomical aid for identification of plants and animals based on the similarities and dissimilarities. It is based on similarity and dissimilarity. It is also based on contracting characters which are generally in pair called couplet. See, pair means couplet. Each statement, one statement is led, pair is couplet, statement is led. Generally, these keys are analytical in nature. Now, there are three more which are flora, manuals and monographs. Flora, it is the actual account of habitats and distribution of plants in a given area. Flora means it corresponds to plants present in a particular habitat. Next, manuals. Manuals is the identification of names of species found in a given area. Next, monograph. It is the information of one taxon, just one taxon. So these are the various taxonomical aids which are given in the Living World chapter. Thank you all, and we'll be seeing into the next chapter in the next coming video. And please support us by liking, sharing and subscribing, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you don't miss out any notification. Thank you.